Now we go to the four-wheeled two-wheelers. Formula V, these guys hold nothing back, and there's probably some of the best racing you're going to see here at Killarney this weekend from these guys. At the front end, it's usually the ex-motocross riders that you've got to keep an eye out on, and I can tell you something, they're going to be right there as well. Sim Krobler fighting with Peter Hills, and at the front end, you'll watch out for Anthony Taylor and, of course, Alan Holm. Those are your usual contenders. Great drop off the line there. Gert Vandenberg was on pole position. He's going to maintain it with Jaco Schricks down into turn 1 in second. Anthony Taylor just behind them, starting to come through, and you can see 3x3 into turn 1. Alroy Vass on the dirty line. I thought it might happen. Oh no, there was a little tap there, and he got helped out around the outside, and at 180, make that a 540 as he went out of turn number 1. Hopefully be able to get back on track. At the front end though, it's all about Vandenberg.
Yeah, definitely turn 1. 12 wheels do not go into turn 1, and Alroy Vass playing victim there on board. A great shot this from Delano Fowler. You'll see now flat out into the left-hander, and not much slower through the right-hander. Just off the gas a little bit, then it's flat out.
One of the most dangerous men on track at the moment is Anthony Taylor in that 777. He's slowly but surely making his way to the front end. At the front end, it is a change up in the lead as Gert Vandenberg has been demoted down 1 position. And you can see that Jaco Schricks has also lost a little bit of ground there. So maybe a little bit off track like we're seeing there from the 61 car of Dylan Mitchell. Another car off the circuit as well. Looks like that's possibly Jason Grayling who's parked on the sideline. It's just chopping and changing a left, right and centre. The Loop Fusion car at this stage lead things out. And that's Peter Hills. Hills trying to keep everybody else at bay. And in the mid-pack, you can see Duplessis fighting with Car here for top 10 honours. Who's going to get that final top 10 position? We're on to the last lap. Who is going to take this victory? It's just every man for himself out there. Peter Hills hangs on for now. Taylor's up to second. Vandenberg in the third. Then it's Alan Holm and Schricks demoted down to 5. That's how it's chopped and changed all through this race.
This is going to be one of the best last laps we've seen all day, and we've seen plenty of them today as they go into the final stage of the race. It's all about getting the drive onto the back straight. Then it's Slipstream City and last of the late breakers into the final turn. How many times have we seen races here decided at that final turn? As you see, they filter through one by one, but I can guarantee you going into the last turn, it's going to be side-by-side action.
Well, Alan Holm is in perfect position to try and go past Vandenberg, and he pulls out early on to see if he can get that slipstream and not get the return favour. Oh, look at that. Around the outside, Anthony Taylor. He's going to use the banking, and he's done it to perfection. Great drive from Taylor. Gets through on Hills. Alan Holm runs wide. Gert Vandenberg tries to come back at him. It's a dice to the line now for those top 5.
Even battles all the way down for the top 10. That's Ramchanda and Krobler dicing for 9th and 10th there. But to the line, looks like it's going to be Anthony Taylor just ahead of Peter Hills, and Alan Holm literally as close as that.
Now, right on his tail was Vandenberg and Jaco Schricks. Greg Wilson eventually in 6th place, all on his own. Ben Pienaar one out for 7th, and Lionel Janssen comes through for 8th. We caught up with Taylor.
Wow, it was the most amazing race ever. There was 5 of us all over each other right down the last lap. Probably the best race I've ever had.
Looking forward to more of the same now because we've still got a second one to come along. I wonder who's going to be able to take this one. Those first 5 were so evenly matched. I expect the same 5 to be at the front end, possibly with a couple of extra drivers in there. Sim Krobler was sadly missing. Hopefully he can get up there as well. And Greg Wilson also needs to be there too.
That number 1 plate car of Alan Holm, he'll want to get right out front there and take this win. Not happy to finish where he did in race number 1. You can see once again the 22 cars are going to go into turn 1. Will we see the same carnage we saw in race number 1? No, it looks like they're making it all the way through now in race number 2. Up to turn 2 though. And we've seen plenty of action here today.
Taylor
one of the most favorite corners here for these car drivers. Yep, it is that man Taylor out front. So where he needs to be, but look at Holm. A much more determined Holm here in race number 2. He wants to put that car out front. We've already got a spinner in turn number 2.
I think there might be Lionel Janssen. Lionel Janssen in the Bull machine, unfortunately going out the Bull security car, spinning out of turn 2. Change up for the lead. Looks like it could be Greg Wilson leading things out. Yes, indeed. Greg Wilson up into first. Alan Holm is second. Schricks is third. And Taylor has been demoted down into incredibly 5th place. That's how it changes all the time in this race. Gert Vandenberg falling by the wayside into the clutches of Ramchanda, and I think that might be the second battle on track at this stage.
What did I say? Look at the number 1 plate. Alan Holm, he's got out front. That's where he wants to be as he leaves the rest of the drivers battling now for second. So he's going to want to check out here, but I don't think you can do it in these cars because once you go down that freight, you pick up the slipstream. That's car number 21. That's Byron Mitchell. So great to see him battling for a top 15 place. Oh, it's one of the cars there. It's a yellow car there. I can't see the number just yet. And oh, look, carnage in the final stages of the race. You can see track temperature. That's Barry Duplessis. Car number 86, unfortunately, spinning out.
Ramchanda and Vandenberg going at it into KFM corner. This is the battle now for about 7th place on track. Gert Vandenberg having to come back at Lucian, and Lucian's not going going to give that back easy. Elroy Weiss having a much better race this time. This time he stayed on track, and he's fighting it out nicely there with Duplessis. As you can see, the front end is chopping and changing yet again. Greg Wilson down into third place. Peter Hills is now second, and Home hangs on. But who is going to have what it takes on the brakes down in the Cape Town corner? Look at how they're fanning out now. Somebody is going to have to be the latest breaker here. Who's going to have it?
Here we go. Alan Home, the number one car, going all kinds of defensive, but look at that on the inside. Looks like it's Wilson trying to make the move. No, it's Hills. Oh, I don't even know what's going to go on here. Look at it around the outside. It's nothing but head down, bum down, and Slipstream City. Ramchanda with Brandon Hills on his inside. That's going to go down to the wire, but out front, yep, it is Alan Home who picks up the race win. Greg Wilson and Peter Hills, I can't even tell who finished second and third there. As we take a look at the overall results, it was indeed Greg Wilson in second, Peter Hills in third, and Jaco Schricks there in fourth position.
Taylor down in 5. Sim Grobler, the championship leader coming into this round, has now lost ground to Peter Hills in this championship, and Gert van den Berg equal points with Jaco Schricks for third and fourth. Taylor slowly but surely making his way into the top 5 and could be a contender at the end of the season. We caught up with Alan Home to see how race 2 went.
I loved it. I mean, it was an awesome race. The Visa put on a good show this weekend. I'm making a wonderful appearance here and just come to have fun, and what better way to then win it?